All right, greetings, class, and welcome to week number 14. That is right, week number 14 of your 9410 class, which is your cultural heritage class. As always, I'm your professor, Dr. J.S.K. Austin. And what we will be doing today is kind of a quick check in video because there's not a whole lot that I want to say, but I do want to soapbox just a little bit, just a little bit. This certainly won't be as long as the Confederate Heritage check-in video, so don't worry about that. This one will probably be 15 minutes at the most, and remember, you can speed me up. Now, first things first, what I want to tell you all is for those of you who are doing a project as your final, just kind of check in with me within the next couple weeks. I would say before May the 12th. Check in with me before May the 12th and just let me know how your benchmark is, what you've actually accomplished, and all of that stuff, so that I can go ahead and award you your full credit, okay? And all you're really going to have to do is just kind of provide some proof that you reached your benchmark, and we'll work on that. But yeah, you can message me or email me, and we'll take it from there, okay? The next thing that I want to say is that for those of you who are not doing a project as your final, remember that the paper is due on... when is the paper due? The paper is due on May the 8th. So, yes, so make sure you get that to me by May the 8th, and that's going to be, it's going to be basically a week and a day from this coming Sunday. So make sure you get that going. There should be plenty of sources. Well, I shouldn't say plenty of sources, but some sources to get you started are actually here within the class, and then you can do some literature reviews on your own to find some additional things. So you should be just fine there, okay? So that's where I am with state of the course updates. You do have 2 more discussion board prompts as well, but you don't have any other major assignments other than the final paper, or if you did a project in the project, okay? My daughter got something on me. I don't know what that is, but anyway, she was eating. I think it's mashed potatoes. She was eating and got that on me. Okay. The other thing that I want to just talk about very quickly is I really do like the food as cultural heritage book that you all were assigned for this week. I think it's a light reading, and I think that, as we close out the semester, it's good to have kind of a lighter reading. So food is more of a lighter topic. Now, I will say that Forgotten Heritage is going to be our topic next week, and that's kind of a heavy topic. So we go from a light topic to a heavy topic, but I definitely wanted to do kind of a lighter topic, as I know some of you all are ramping up for finals in your other classes and everything. So I didn't want anything that you really have to be stressed and grappling with as you're trying to close out the semester. Now, when I talk about cultural heritage and food, I'm very one thing that you'll always see me doing, especially as somebody who grew up in the Carolinas but now lives in Kansas City, is I am a barbecue snob, and so are a lot of people who are from quote-unquote barbecue hotbeds, be it I would consider the barbecue hotbeds in this country to be the Carolinas, Kansas City, Memphis, and Texas. Now, there are other barbecue styles. I know that there is an Alabama style. I know that there that's like mayonnaise based, and there's some other styles. I think St. Louis even has a style of its own, but I think here in Missouri, Kansas City style barbecue is really what people are most familiar with. But when it comes to the Carolina, let me just say that barbecue culture is just very, very important to the Carolinas. It just is. There are and there's a history and a heritage to that. So when we talk about the barbecue styles in the Carolinas, I'm actually going to pull up a reading here uh, of my own. I mean, not of my own as in I wrote it, but not something that you have to go and read. I'm just kind of citing from it. So when I talk about North Carolina, or not North Carolina, when I talk about Carolina barbecue, there are actually 3 main distinct barbecue styles in the Carolinas. You have the Eastern North Carolina style, which is vinegar and pepper based. You have the Western North Carolina style, which is also called Lexington style, which is tomato based. And then South Carolina actually has a style that is mustard based. And as much as that, I know that mustard based barbecue kind of sounds like, okay, what are they doing down there? And that's how I felt before I actually started living in South Carolina back in 2011. But once I moved to South Carolina and really tasted their barbecue style, the mustard style, I was like, oh, this is actually really good because it doesn't have an overbearing mustard taste. I'm sure a lot of you have tasted like potato salad that tastes basically like mustard. I certainly have. If you have not, you may not want to. It's gross, in my opinion, just to be eating a bunch of potatoes and assorted vegetables, but having it all taste like mustard. I cannot stand that. Um, but yeah, no, you don't. When I talk about the mustard style barbecue in South Carolina, that is actually it doesn't have an overbearing mustard taste. It just has kind of what they call Carolina Gold, has kind of like mustard accents on it. Okay, but I know that both the vinegar and the mustard, I'm not sure about the Lexington style, but the vinegar and the mustard styles both have their roots actually in German migrants here to the United States, and those who are of German heritage and kind of settled in the Carolinas. They came with these barbecue styles and these barbecue sauces, and so even we have our rivalries. The Carolinas have our rivalries with other, I would say, other barbecue styles. Texas, Memphis, and Kansas City. We like to brag that ours is better. They like to brag that theirs is better. And I would even say that Kansas City people are actually super sensitive, to be honest with you, because I've actually been legit. This was years ago, but I was kicked out of a Facebook group, a Kansas City foodie Facebook group. They were talking trash about the other styles, and so I was just like, no, Carolina style is better. But it was very unoffensive. It was not a offensive comment at all. I just said Carolina barbecue styles are better, but I love y'all anyway. That is exactly what I said. And they deleted the comment and then kicked me out of the group. That's how sensitive these people are about their barbecue in Kansas City. So I don't even really talk to them because I can't have fun talking to people that are that thin skinned about their barbecue. But we actually have our own intra Carolina rivalries as well. So these three styles, we will in the Carolinas kind of debate and argue as to which of the styles are better of the three Carolina based styles. Oh, well, it looks like the Lexington style is also from German immigrants. So all of them are. So we have the German immigrants to thank for our barbecue heritage in the Carolinas, but it's something now that you'll see chefs of all ethnicities who are based in the Carolinas. They will make this so it's not just white. It's not just white chefs, barbecue chefs who will embrace these styles and make it. You see black and indigenous people as well doing these barbecue styles, but we have German heritage to thank for that, and I am actually very thankful for it. But I would even say that the with the Carolina styles actually comes a bit of interesting history, particularly in South Carolina. Again, I used to live there, Maurice's Piggy Park. There is some very interesting stuff with this. So Maurice was actually, I don't remember Maurice's last name, but Maurice was actually a very reputable segregationist in South Carolina, and he is known for his Maurice's Piggy Park real South Carolina barbecue and plus the hash and rice. I think the stuff is incredible. I honestly do love it, but Maurice himself was a very unrepentant racist. His descendants, not so much, not that I've heard. In fact, I've eaten at Maurice's Piggy Park, and I was not treated bad in any way by his descendants, and they actually have black people working at these restaurants now. But Maurice himself he was a known segregationist and used the barbecue heritage. He actually was so renowned for the barbecue that gave him influence within. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Yeah. Black woman sues South Carolina barbecue chain with racist history. When did this even happen? That happened. Oh, oh, okay. That is 2023. So I guess we are still having problems. Dr. Jason's just kind of Googling this as he goes along. So I didn't even know about this. I did not know allegations of racism and sexual harassment. I did not know about this when I first started this video. So I had no idea. Morris Bessinger. Yeah, so he was a very renowned racist. but he made a fortune off these barbecue locations in the Midlands of South Carolina, and that fortune that he made gave him the influence to push segregationist rhetoric. And I'm sure if he knew that black people were working at his stores now, at his restaurants now, he would probably be turning over in his grave. But I gotta admit, the stuff tastes pretty good. But I there is a black owned barbecue restaurant that also does the mustard style and the hash and rice in West Columbia, South Carolina, called True Barbecue. And so that's usually where I would go for my barbecue as opposed to Maurice's, okay? But yeah, I say that to say that, there is food can end up being a big influencer. So, and those who know how to make the food and know how to profit off the food, they can be very influential in communities. And so this is one example of that. And that's just something that I want you all to kind of keep in mind and think about as you're grappling with the content this week. But I'm going to leave it right there. There's no need to go to 12 minutes fully. So with that said, I am Dr. Jason. I really hope that Harry Belafonte is in a better place. Very saddened by the news that he passed. All right, I will see you all next week for our closeout video.